Hello children, once again welcome back you to the session. We are discussing about the physical change. Yes or no? What is it? Physical change. So the changes which occurs in physical property of a substance is called as physical change. So in physical change is generally a reversible change. Physical change is generally a reversible change and no new substance is formed here. Okay, look at here. So while I am stretching a rubber band, what happens whether any new substance are formed? No. So it again able to regain its original position, original shape. So this type of change is called as physical change. And also in physical change, no new substance are formed. Now the second one is chemical change. Look at here. Chemical changes occurs when a substance combines with another to form a new substance. What is meant by chemical change? Note it down, children. Chemical change occurs when a substance combines with another substance to form a new substance is called as chemical change. So, is this clear? Look at here. What is this? Bread mold. Yes or no? So, what happens here when the bread is left as it is for few days? So, bread mold are formed. That is the fungus attack it. So, here the new substance is formed. Yes or no? So, on reaction with the atmospheric air, the bread forms into another substance called bread mold. Whether here a new substance is formed. Yes or no? Whether we are able to regain this bread once again the same? No. So this type of change is called as chemical change. Now look at here. What is this, children? What is the thing which is common in both these figures? Yes, rusty. Have you ever seen old gates, park gates and all? The gates which is in old houses? Yes, they become rusted. Why? So, due to the reaction with atmospheric air and the moisture which is present in the air. So, we have iron. What is this, children? Iron. So, this iron reacts with the, what is it? This iron reacts with the atmospheric air and the moisture which is present in the atmosphere. So, this two reaction takes place and it convert to a new substance which is called as rust. So, the substance which is formed here is called as rust. So, this rust and the iron are not same. Okay. Rust is different. It is a powder-like substance. If we scratch that, we are able to get that powder-like, right? Brownish color. So, they are rust. So, as a result of this reaction, what is formed there? Rust is formed. Yes? Whether we are able to get that once again the same gate? No. Here a new substance is formed. So, this type of reaction is called as chemical change. Look at here, children. One more example. So, when we are burning paper or wood, when we are burning paper or wood, we get a new substance there. What is it? Ash. What is it? Ash. So, what is this type of change is that whether we are able to get that same wooden log? No. Or the same paper? No. So, here the new substance formed is the ash and the type of reaction which takes place here is called as chemical change. What is this? Chemical change. So, here the changes occurs in the composition of the substance. Yes or no? So, wood is a different substance and the ash which is formed is a different substance. And then look at here. What is this? Omelette. So, the egg converted into an omelette. Whether we are able to get that same egg again? No. So, this type of change is called as chemical change. the definition for chemical change? So the changes that occurs in the physical properties of a substance is called as chemical change. The changes that, note it down children, the changes that occurs in the physical property of a substance is called as chemical change. And what is that one more one? The changes that occurs in the physical property of a substance is called as physical change. So totally we have discussed about two types of changes in this class. Look at here, rotting of banana. So it is an unripe banana. So it ripe and then it becomes rotten. So what is this? So here there is a change not only in the color children, but there is a change in the composition also. It taste changes. So this type of change is called as chemical change. We are not able to get that banana back again. Okay. Now look at here. So physical change is an irreversible change. What is it? Irreversible change. And here a new substance is formed. What is it? A new substance is formed in a chemical change. Look at here. What is this children? Bursting crackers. Bursting crackers. So it is also an example of chemical change. Because, so when we are bursting, what happens? What happens children? So it color changes, yes or no? So the crackers burst and it releases what? Some other gases. Whether any new substance? Yes, ash is the new substance formed here. Whether we are able to get back that crackers again? No. So this type of change is called as chemical change. Look at here. So by seeing this, you are able to understand clearly what is meant by physical change and chemical change. Look at here. I am going to cut an apple now. What is it? I am going to cut an apple now. So what I am going to call it as? Apple. Again I am going to cut it. I am going to call it as only apple. I am going to eat off one and I am going to keep the remaining one. See here, half is eaten. More than half is eaten here. So you are going to call, what you are going to call this center one? What is the name given to the center one children? Yes, louder. Apple. So the name given to this is? Yes, apple. And here what is the name given to this? Yes, what's the name given to here? Yes, this is also apple. So it do not change what the object is. Physical changes are nothing but it do not change what the object is. If I am going to eat and cut and do anything, it is an apple only. The apple is not going to change into a pomegranate or orange. So what is this type of change is called as physical change. Clear? So but chemical changes tells us what type of changes does it has undergone. What types of changes does it has undergone. So physical changes is nothing. It does not change what an object is. It does not change what an object is. Okay. It is a reversible change. We are not going to get that apple back again. But, so it is also called as apple only. Here no new substance is formed. But whereas in chemical changes a new substance is formed. In chemical change a new substance is formed. Okay. And look at here children. Okay. One more thing. So in chemical changes what happens? If you are cutting an apple and keeping it for some time, what happens? It becomes blackened. Yes or no? Have you observed this? They are cutting an apple and keep it as it is in the atmosphere. What happens? Its skin gets dark brown color. It changes into brown color. Why? Because the atmospheric air reacts with the apple. So there is a change. This change is called as chemical change. The changes which took part interior to that apple, that is which it reacts with the atmosphere, right? It is a chemical change. But if you are cutting and keeping, what is it? It is called as physical change. Clear? Now look at here, children. So the difference between physical and chemical changes. Look at here. Physical change, it is a temporary change. Physical change is a temporary change. Chemical change is a permanent change. Chemical change is a permanent change. Look at the second point. No new substance is formed. What is it? Important point. No new substance is formed in physical change. There is change only in physical properties of the material. Here, new substance is formed. What is it formed? New substance is formed with entirely different physical and chemical. So, the new substance formed has different types of properties, not the same as the parent one. And here, change can be reversed. So, this can be reversed by simple physical methods, and these changes cannot be reversed. So, we are not able to reverse this reaction, and energy may or may not be released. Energy may release or may not be released. But during a chemical change, energy is released or absorbed. Energy is released or absorbed during chemical change, and during physical change, energy may be released or may not be released, or may be absorbed, may not be absorbed. And coming to the last one, most of the time, original form of the substance can be easily obtained by physical methods. Here, the original substance cannot be obtained. Once it is lost, is lost. Okay, that is the chemical change. I hope you are clear with physical and chemical change. Now try to answer these questions. Shall we start? Okay, look at the first one. What is this? Melting of ice. Now tell me, melting of ice is an example of physical change or chemical change? Yes, children, melting of ice is an example of physical change or chemical change? Very good. It is an example of physical change. But here only the state changes, but the composition does not changes. So the first one is an example of physical change. Look at the second one. Burning of candle. What is it? Burning of candle. So this burning of candle is a physical change or chemical change, children? Yes, tell me. Yes? Very good. It is a chemical change. Because, so the wax which we get is the new substance form, and one more thing is that lightning of candle. Yes? So this, the candle reacts with the atmospheric air and the candle burns. So during this reaction, what is obtained there? Wax is obtained. Yes or no? So this is an example of chemical change. And look at the third one. Digestion of food. Digestion of food is physical change or chemical change? Very good. Physical change. Yes? No. So digestion of food is a chemical change. We are not able to get that food back again. Yes or no? So here, if you are eating it, they are converted into some other substance after digestion. So digestion of food is a chemical change. And sharpening a pencil. It is a physical, yes. You are going to sharp the pencil further and further, you are going to call it as a pencil only. You are not going to call it as eraser or sharpener. So these are all some of the examples of physical and chemical changes. What is this first one is? Physical, chemical and physical. Okay, children. I hope up to this you are clear what I have taught you in this class about changes, definition of changes, and then physical and then chemical changes. So go through this. If you have any doubts, clarify your doubts with me. Thank you for listening the class.